Hello everyone, this is Carol, and I'm coming to you today with my creative thoughts in a journal that I have completed. The journal is 5½ inches by 7½ inches. The spine is just under 2½ inches, and it has 2 signatures, 176 pages, front and back. All the pages have been coffee dyed, and it's a pretty thick little journal. Big journal, I guess. Anyway, the kit that I've used is from Flair, and the name of the kit is Till the Bobbin Runs Out. This has been a fun journal to work on. I have a Tim Holtz closure with a charm and a little tassel on, and let's go inside. And first thing, there's an envelope here with "This book belongs to." Most of us have that little stamp, and a tuck spot here is a hidden spine using craft text, and I have painted the craft text. I like to buy white and then I paint it the color I want it with acrylic paints. The first page is three-dimensional, if you can see. I cut 2 of the page, or printed 2 of the pages, fussy cut the lady out and made her three-dimensional. I love the colors of this. And then this is a paper that was in my stash. I've sewn around it, put it into the cardstock. I've sewn across the stamped page here, and here is a tag, a spool, and a tuck spot. And there is this kit is loaded with ephemera and tags. It's a really fun kit to work with. And there's another tag. This does not come in the kit, but it is one of the Flair choices. You can, I believe there's maybe 6 tags on a page. And there is one of Rita Donnelly's corners and tuck spots, stamping. Here's another spool, and I've used the waxing like Lori Fisco does. Thank you, Lori, for sharing all that with us and sharing how to do that. And this is a tag that I made. I put napkin decoupage on it and a bow, and another tag. And there's a tuck spot. And here is this little flower is crocheted by Sherry, my friend in Indiana, and she does really nice flowers. She gifted me a few of those a while back, and thank you, Sherry. I love using it. I've kind of hoarded it a bit because I liked them and wanted to keep them. This envelope has more paper to write in, and I've stamped it with a thimble and sewing around those edges. I've left the threads on. Some people want to leave them on or cut them off. Whoever ends up with it can do whatever they choose. More stamping. There's fabric scraps and decoupage napkin on the corner. Here's another tag that I've made. There's lots of writing space. Another tag, I've added some little tiny pearls on that. You can see them. And this is an embossing cardstock that's been embossed, and then I inked the flowers, fussy cut it, and made a tuck out of it. Here's another tag that I made, and it says, "Be who you are." And that is important. And here's another tag that I made, stamped it, and went on. Another embossing folder that I used on cardstock. Here's another one of Sherry's flowers that she sent me. That is not crocheted, but it's really pretty. I think she might have made that. And there's another page in the kit, and doily with a flower on it. More stamped pages to write on. And more, and this is vellum that I got at Tuesday mornings, a pack of it. Here's more tags. And this came in the kit, I believe, and I backed it on book paper. And there's more tags in the kit. And this was my favorite page. It was so much fun to do. I layered it. I used another one of Sherry's flowers, so thank you again, Sherry. I put some lace and just layered a little bit of book pages, decoupaging with napkins. That was a fun one to do. More writing space, another tuck, and there should have been something in there. There was, and I probably missed that. And then in the center, I put on the strings little buttons, if you can see those. And those are punched out of a Martha Stewart punch, I believe. And if you want those, you better find them soon, because those are about over. Another doily and some more stamping. And this is from the Dollar Tree. They're stickers. Another fabric scrap. This is from a 1935 McCall's book that I found in a thrift store, and I fussy cut the ladies out and glued them on the page, and then I did some stamping behind that. And here's the other side of that vellum, and this says, "Do all things with great love." That's just a little ruffle that I put and made the flowers. Those are my handmade flowers. And more Hobby Lobby trim, and another page. And there's a whole lot of little things in here. There's tickets with scissors on them and buttons, and in that kit comes a little needle holder things here that open up, and those are really cute. There's, I think, 3 or 4 in that, and this is part of it, a dress form. There's 3 different layers of tuck spots there. There's another little tag, and that's sewn with metallic thread. Another tag, and another corner, Rita Donnelly. And then we go on with more pages. This is a decoupage napkin with lace across sewn on the page, and a little flower there, more sewing. There's a belly band with a little tag on there, and another, these come in the kit, by the way, the little spools. And this says, "A lady never discusses the size of her fabric stash." And I added lace to that. And there's the tuck spot with a button and some fabric. Another Dollar Tree sticker there. And here's another one of those tags. And this is a little thing that I made out of my extra paper in the stash. Coffee dyed. And here is another tag. And this is a pocket that I made from paper in the kit, and then I added some trim and Dollar Tree and inked it up. Dollar Tree stickers, that is. I added on this page a little flower, made a button flower there. And that's the end of the first signature. This is the second signature, and here is a little tag here. I put in one of those little needle holders, another little tiny piece of ephemera, and some paper to write on. Used a Martha Stewart punch on that. And there's a button card that I've sewn buttons on. And trim, added trim there. This is paper in my stash. This comes in the kit. And this is from that old 1935 book, and it is the index to that book. Graph paper, more paper to write on. As I said, there's just lots to write on. There's another tag, and here's a tag. And these are Martha Stewart stickered flowers. And this is another thing. I got this off Pinterest, and I really thought it went well in this book. And so I waxed it as Lori does, and it turned out great, I thought. There's another little fussy cut lady. Here's another tag. And here is a doily with that comes in the kit. And here, this comes in the kit. I fussy cut out the sewing machine and the vase, and I made that in 3-dimension also. And it's not so much that it's too bulky for the book, but it's just right. So, and here's that lady again, and I this time made a tag out of it. And here's a little file folder. Put some paper in there to write on. And there's a belly band that comes in the kit. Here is another part of that. And there's another band. I did metallic thread around that one. And this is a napkin that I found at Tuesdays, and I decoupaged it on the tag, added lace and lace for the ribbon, and added bumblebees on the page and button flowers, and that was fun to do. And this isn't one of these. I believe Yvonne Preston does a lot of these on the edge of the page, the little flip out. And this is a little envelope that came in the kit, and I added some of my little hearts and all kinds of little goodies that can be done whatever you want to do with them in the kit. This is a Carol Wilson paper. I had a store for many years, and I had lots left over, so I am using that in my journals. So there's writing space. I added a bow to this, and this is a little tuck spot here also, so that can be. Here's a little needle that I fussy cut out. I stamped it and fussy cut it and added the thread all around the page, and you can write in the center of that. And then here's more of that book, another page, and doily, more writing space. This comes in the kit. And there's more from the kit. And yet more. Lots and lots of writing space. Here's another one of those spools. And here is another one of the ladies. I just left that plain and lined the back of it. And this one has thimbles on the center of the signature with the strings. And then there's lots more writing. And just lots of space to write. The rest of that book. And here's another tag that has been waxed. And another one of those tags. There's a little tag. And this is another one that Yvonne Preston does. One of her little flip outs to write on. I love Yvonne's journals. They're all so pretty. And here's another button. And another tag. There's just, as I said, lots and lots of tags in this. This one says, when you make it yourself, it's whatever you say it is. So, and I made that with a scrap piece of paper and a Pinterest little thing. And there's a little thimble. And there's another tag with a little Tim Holtz pin. Here's a little booklet that you can write on. This is another one of my 3-dimensional pages. This is a Tim Holtz die, and I've embossed the frame of it and then added fabric and made it look just like a real mannequin. More Carol Wilson paper to write on. Here's another tag. some Hobby Lobby trim. I believe that trim came from Sherry also. She sent that to me, gifted it to me a while back. And another one of those spools. And here is another tag. And this is a double pocket that I've added lace to and inked it up. And just, there's another tag that I made. And another one of those corners. And there's the last page. And here we have an envelope, and I always add this to every journal, and I sign the page that I made the journal and do a little info on the actual journal itself, so you know who made it and what kit it is and what it's about. And I'd like to take this time to thank you for stopping by and watching my video. And if you liked it, I hope you'll put a like, and I hope you'll subscribe. And I do hope you'll come back. I have several other journals to do videos on, and you will find all of these on Etsy in my shop. I have now opened my Etsy shop, and so my journal, this journal, as several others are listed. So thank you again, and do come back and have a great day.